you can count on us. This is First Alert Weather Now.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ulysses Garcia. Thank you for joining us. Here we are. I'm doing a podcast that's kind of trying to explain what's going on as we make our way into the afternoon hours. So we are kind of just dealing with a break in the activity. It looks like a little bit of rain did occur over Duncan not too long ago. Our Duncan Regional Hospital Tower came. You could see some sunshine, but other areas across Texoma are actually cloudy, not even really dealing with sunshine as we speak. So it just kind of depends wherever you are. Looking at the almanac from yesterday, though, the reason I'm only showing you this is just because we hit 90 degrees finally for the first time in the month of April in Lawton. So we topped out at 91.63 for the low. And that 63 was actually closer to midnight. Let's see here. Let's, my clicker, something going on with my clicker. There we go. Temperatures right now, we're dealing with quite a sharp contrast. So the warm front making an influence, low 60s and 50s over our northern tier communities. As we make our way towards the south, we have 70s, 70s more towards the south, upper 60s as well. But eventually we'll see the influence of the cold front. But yeah, we're dealing with right now mostly cloudy skies. Some spots are dealing with a bit cloudier. It just depends wherever you are. But yes, that's pretty much what we're dealing with right now. But we'll eventually see more sunshine as we make our way into this afternoon. But keep in mind, with that sunshine, that's going to help actually destabilize a little bit the atmosphere a bit more. And that's going to allow for those thunderstorms to develop, especially ahead of the cold front later on today. In the meantime, though, we have the warm front. You can kind of tell where the warm front is just because the fact that we have more of a southerly flow down towards the south. We have 8 miles an hour in Wichita Falls, 10 in Eureka. And then as you make your way up, say, towards Hobart or Elk City, it's a little bit more out of the northeast. So there's kind of this clash where it comes to these frontal systems are kind of coming in across the area. But dew points, 50s and 60s and even 70s. 70s a little bit more prominent towards the southeast, 60s in the middle, and then 50s off towards the west. And we're going to see eventually that drier air also spill in later on today as well. But right now things are relatively quiet for the most part. You can see that one storm that's already making its way north of Sherman. That is actually the storm that brought us our first severe thunderstorm warning in King County earlier this morning, and it pretty much went south of the falls through Archer City and through Scotland, and now it's pretty much all the way east of I-35. So it's really held together over the last 5-6 hours or so. I think it was even all the way towards Abilene, I want to say, back when it I first started noticing it. So it just tells you how long that one little storm or cell or line of storms, because it's kind of been a little bit of everything. It's been a line at times. It's been a cell at times. It's kind of been a little bit of everything. So right now we're tracking just some light spotty activity, kind of fizzling out over Stevens and Grady County. When it comes to the setup here, we do have the frontal boundary kind of just over our area, and that's kind of what's determining what's going to happen with us. If you're further off towards the north, a little bit more hail. If you're down towards the south, a little bit more when it comes to hail and wind as we go throughout the morning and early and afternoon hours. So as we look at what's happening when it comes to these watches, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect till 1 o'clock. Pretty much the Norman office has not trimmed down the counties yet, but all the other offices did, from the Lubbock when it comes to King County, San Angelo when it comes to Throckmorton, Haskell, and then just recently the Fort Worth office did already officially remove Young, Jack, and Montague counties out of the severe thunderstorm watch. So until 1 p.m. And then you can see there's actually a new severe thunderstorm watch that's kind of popping in off towards the northeast, towards the Tulsa area. And that's more likely going to be deep into the afternoon. So still can't rule out some isolated showers and thunderstorms, but mainly for our eastern areas. And then as we make our way towards this evening, things already clear out. We'll start off partly cloudy and then gets cloudier, and then we can introduce maybe the chance of an isolated shower on your Wednesday. As we go into your Thursday, that's really when we'll have a better opportunity for some rain. So scattered showers Thursday, and then kind of increasing coverage and intensity as we go into your Thursday night and eventually into your Friday before the weather really improves nicely as we go into the weekend. So here's a closer look. So this is more of a mid-range, a longer range model, while the other ones were more short-range models. And notice how the rain kind of just begins to kind of take hold on Friday and then kind of ends as we go to your Friday night. So we're going to be in for a nice weekend when When it comes to today, 82 degrees, isolated showers and storms still possible, winds up to 20 miles an hour as we go into tonight, afternoon highs. 80s here in Lawton and Duncan and Altus, and then south of that, especially south of that warm front where we had the influence of the warm front a lot more, it's going to be into the 90s. North, it's going to be in the 70s. So definitely today, the temperatures are going to be a little bit tricky. For tonight, we'll drop down to near 50, partly cloudy and cooler. And then as we look ahead over the next 7 days, we're going to be behind that cold front. We're going to drop down into the 60s by Thursday and Friday, but also because of the rain and the clouds. Then as we go into the weekend, it's going to be beautiful. We'll have temperatures in the 70s and eventually warming up into the 80s by the time we get towards your Monday. So really nice weather ahead as we go through the next couple of days. So just make sure to enjoy it out there when it comes to this weekend. Well deserved, but definitely, make sure to be weather aware when it comes to today. We still have the chance for some severe weather across the area. Still, hail looks to be the biggest threat, especially when it comes to that severe thunderstorm watch. That's going to be the biggest concern, then wind, and then tornadic activity, but still can't rule it out when it comes to the potential for a tornado. So make sure to download our First Alert weather app. We'll track those storms for you here. Barrett will be here later on this afternoon going into this evening. Have a wonderful Tuesday.